Stefanski is now saying, over my dead body will Shedeur get a shot. This is all-time shameful on the part of Kevin Stefanski. He won't even speak Shedeur's name.
He's making a mockery of the situation.
They say football's a game of strategy, but whatever Stefanski's running, it's looking more like sabotage than strategy. 6 minutes left, scores 31-6, and somehow Shedeur Sanders is still glued to the bench like he's serving time in witness protection. The crowd's vibe flipped in seconds. 1 minute, it's all cheers and high fives. The next, fans are ready to plan this man's coaching funeral live on X. What kind of logic is that? Why keep your star quarterback iced when the game's basically wrapped up? This wasn't just questionable. It was chaos in real time. The stadium had that chill, we got this energy. Music bumping, people laughing, the kind of easy calm you only get when victory feels guaranteed. And then, bam, reality smacks the whole crowd across the face. Cameras pan, whispers spread, and there it is, Shedeur Sanders, the prodigy everyone came to see, just sitting there smiling that awkward, am I really still benched? Smile. Not throwing, not warming up, not even pretending to stretch, just stuck on the sidelines like a guest at his own show. And Stefanski? Oh, he's standing there with that same stone-cold expression, like he's guarding some state secret. You've got a scoreboard screaming domination.
Members of Cleveland media is calling out Kevin Stefanski for not playing Shedeur Sanders in the fourth. To me, I feel like Shedeur definitely should have played. I feel like that's why Junior was there. It was multiple reasons and multiple situations that I was hearing that Shedeur was supposed to play yesterday. It was a damn near, I don't want to say an easy win, because there's never really an easy win in the National Football League for any team on any game.
The kind of lead coaches dream about, and this man's acting like putting Shedeur in would summon the football gods to punish him. What's this? Discipline, pride, or straight up ego? Fans can see it clear as day. It's personal now, and the tension's thick enough to cut with a sideline mic. Phones light up across the arena. Social media's catching fire. Hashtags flying, people yelling through live streams, and somewhere in the stands, a fan drops his nachos out of pure disbelief. You can feel the confusion, the anger, the no way this is happening energy pulsing through every row. They didn't come for drama, they came for fireworks, and the only explosion happening is online. How do you bench a man built for prime time? Because here's the truth. Shedeur isn't just another player. He's the moment. And the longer Stefanski keeps him chained to that bench, the more it looks like he's trying to prove something no one asked for. And Stefanski, he doubles down hard. You can practically see the gears grinding in his head as he mutters that silent nope to himself like it's some kind of sacred oath. Shedeur isn't just benched tonight, he's being strategically ignored. It's not coaching anymore, it's psychological warfare. This man's acting like letting Shedeur touch the field would ruin his personal empire. Fans can feel it too, that cold, sharp wave of tension rolling straight from the sideline, like the coach himself is allergic to letting the crowd be happy. Every time the camera zooms in on Shedeur, sitting there with that forced smile and quiet frustration, the entire stadium groans in unison. You can almost hear it echo, why Stefanski? Just why? 6 minutes left. 6 harmless, easy minutes to let the kid throw a few passes, flash that arm, maybe add a highlight or two for the fans who spent rent money on his jersey. But no, Stefanski's locked in.
That we could have seen coming, you know what I'm saying, based on the stat sheets, based on the team and how each team is facilitated, and Dolphins are just bad. They were supposed to win that game. I'll just say that. Now, with that being said, they blew him out the water. Shedeur should have played in that fourth quarter. No ifs, ands, no buts about it. Now, I'm not the only one that feels this way, because every media person in Cleveland does, bro. And it's clear as day that they have an agenda against Shedeur.
Chest out, acting like playing Shedeur would violate some secret football code. It's wild to watch. This man's so stubborn, so deep in his own ego trip that you almost have to admire the consistency if it didn't come with a full-scale fan rebellion attached. ESPN's ticker might as well say, Coach hates fun, because that's exactly how it feels. X is melting down, memes are flying, and even rival fans are jumping in just to witness the madness. And let's be real, 6 minutes. That's all it would have taken. 10 plays tops, a few short passes, some light handoffs, maybe even one clean deep ball to remind everyone why this kid's the talk of Cleveland. Instead, we're left watching a slow-motion train wreck of pride versus promise. You can see it in the faces of the crowd. People in fresh Sanders jerseys, waving banners, live tweeting heartbreak in real time. The disbelief is electric, the tension's unbearable, and all anyone can think is, why turn victory into punishment? They're all staring at that sideline like they just watched a magician botch the grand finale. The whole stadium's in disbelief, mouths open, hands on heads, trying to figure out how a coach could fumble a moment this easy. You can feel the confusion spreading like wildfire. People aren't even mad at first. They're stunned. Then the frustration kicks in.
When you talk about backup quarterback, this is the thing where people talk about the noise on the outside and different things like that. Nobody watches the interaction between backup quarterbacks and regular quarterbacks. In regular teams, we don't care if Carson Wentz is standing next to Patrick Mahomes. You just watch Patrick Mahomes because he's good and you know what it is. But what happens is, because we are at a point that we want to watch and we need to figure out or justify why or why not is he not playing, then we got to go through these mental gymnastics. Trust me, when you're the backup quarterback,
It's like the entire crowd suddenly realized they've been tricked into watching a psychological experiment instead of a football game. There's no mystery here, no secret, he's just resting him logic. That excuse died the second the scoreboard hit 31-6 and Stefanski kept rotating backups like he was testing out spare batteries. This isn't strategy, it's a statement. Stefanski's not resting Shedeur, he's punishing him. The message couldn't be clearer if it was flashing across the Jumbotron. No victory lap for you, kid. He doesn't want Shedeur to have that moment of triumph, that spotlight, that taste of glory he's earned. It's like watching someone throw a celebration, then lock the guest of honor outside. The coach is guarding his ego like it's the Lombardi Trophy, and the fans can feel it. It's brutal, it's absurd, and honestly, it's kind of darkly hilarious. And then it happens. 31-6 chants start echoing through the stands. Phones out, everyone losing their minds. Social media goes nuclear. Memes explode. Stefanski's face photoshopped as a comic book villain. His power, denying joy, hashtags trending, clips circulating, and fans tagging each other with captions like, "Bro really said fun is illegal."
We see Shedeur in the fourth quarter. Kevin has already come out and said, Shedeur Sanders is not coming into a game. I mean, unless he absolutely has to. Dylan gets hurt. He's not playing until he has a full week of practice and a game plan designed for him. Why would you just put him in the fourth quarter to hand the ball off to ice the game? Then people are going to be mad. They didn't let him throw the ball. Well, no kidding. We were up 31-6.
It's raining.
It's raining. Like you're not going to just let Dylan just ride the game out. And like I saw somebody post on Twitter that said Dylan totally deserved to go take that kneel down in victory formation for his.
Even neutral fans start piling on just to witness the meltdown. Somewhere out there, a kid wearing a brand new Shedeur jersey stares at the screen like it might start talking back, whispering the explanation nobody can find. Meanwhile, Stefanski sits frozen, stone-faced, unbothered, like a statue carved out of pure ego and stubbornness. You can almost hear his inner voice. This isn't about the scoreboard anymore. It's about control, about reminding everyone who's in charge. To him, this isn't just a football game, it's a power play. And in his mind, every snap Shedeur doesn't take is another lesson in authority. The system's cracking right in front of everyone's eyes. Trust, gone. Whatever plan Stefanski's following, it feels more like a vendetta than a strategy. You can see it plain as day. This man has a deep, burning disdain for one player in particular.
Put life back in the season? What are you talking about? 4 minutes of Shedeur Sanders handing the ball off to Quinshon or somebody else is not putting life back into the season, Nick.
No more than a 31-6 win over the Dolphins would.
I mean, how is that putting life back into the season? The game itself puts life back in the season, not Shedeur handing off passes for 5 minutes.
I think it was the implication that somehow that would be better than like the crowd wasn't hyped up enough about winning 31-6. I wasn't there, so I don't know what the crowd.
A player who's done nothing wrong. Shedeur hasn't missed a snap, hasn't fumbled, hasn't even thrown a bad look. And yet he's being treated like the problem. It's almost like Stefanski's directing a tragic sitcom. only the joke's on the fans, and the laugh track's just the sound of people booing in disbelief. Every play that should belong to Shedeur gets handed off to some stand-in quarterback jogging out there with that bland, "we're doing fine" energy. It's robotic. It's empty. The stadium's alive, but the soul of the game completely missing. This isn't football. It's theater, except the actors don't know their lines, and the audience is starting to riot.
It's right there. Tells you everything you need to know about Shedeur possibly getting in, ever. Oh my God. Look how happy he is. Look at this nigga, bro. I don't know if his number's gonna be called. There's no evidence to suggest that. Oh, they're going Wildcat? Interesting. Wildcat never makes sense to me because you always know what the fuck is coming. Oh,
you can feel the frustration thick in the air, like everyone's trapped in a bad dream they can't wake up from. In the NFL, tension like this is supposed to happen during overtime thrillers or playoff heartbreaks, not during a blowout where the outcome's already decided. Yet here we are watching a coach turn a routine finish into a masterclass in defiance. It's bold, it's bizarre, and it's almost poetic in its pettiness, like watching someone refuse to open a birthday gift just to prove they don't care. The audacity is unreal, the timing painfully perfect, the emotional impact straight up chaos. Every detail adds to the tension, the slow head shakes, the tight body language, the way Stefanski gives those clipped little instructions to everyone but Shedeur. Every camera cut makes it worse. One look from him says it all. This isn't coaching anymore, it's a Cold War. And it's not about the game, it's about dominance. Fans start playing detective online. Theories start spinning faster than the highlight reels. Did they argue in the locker room? Did Shedeur forget to show up for a meeting? Or maybe, just maybe, this is pure ego. Raw, textbook coach resentment playing out live on national TV. The whole situation is absurd, like watching a man set fire to his own playbook just to prove a point. And through it all, there's Shedeur, cool, quiet, almost unreadable, sitting there like a soldier in exile, counting every wasted second of what should have been his victory lap. You can tell he's holding it together, plotting silently, maybe even thinking, "All right, coach, I'll remember this."
Isn't to see if, to get Shedeur ready to go play in the game. During the games. During the week of practice, their good job is to make sure he is ready if he has to go into the game, or once they make him the starter, prepare him to be ready for the game. But once they're in the game, the goal is to win the game, not get anybody hurt, and get to the next week. They're not just sitting there going, well, Shedeur's been trying hard. We should put him in the game now. That's the only thing that would be fair. No, Dylan Gabriel's the starting quarterback. He gets to go out.
It's Shakespeare-level drama out there, except instead of crowns and castles, it's helmets, headsets, and heartbreak. The crowd's energy drops like a bad signal. Frustration starts boiling over, and suddenly, every fan in the stadium turns into a critic with Wi-Fi. Complaints are flying everywhere. On X, Instagram, group chats, even in the parking lot. Social media's algorithms can smell the chaos, boosting every angry post until timelines turn into digital bonfires. Memes pop up by the second. Stefanski drawn as a supervillain, clutching Shedeur's talent like a dragon guarding gold. Some fans joke he's hiding Shedeur in a secret underground training bunker.
50 super chats, about 35 are related to Shedeur Sanders. Why people were mad and why they were curious, why they were trying to rationalize the fact that he didn't get in the game in garbage time for that final last drive with about 3 minutes left in the game. G and I, we gave our thoughts on the post-game show. G, yours intersect. But Bull, I want you to start because you just brought this up.
I mean, that's just nuts. Yeah. That's just nuts. First of all, putting him in the end of the game in a blowout, why would you do that?
You're not going to throw the ball, so
I know. What is the point?
What are we going to evaluate his handoff skills?
I don't understand. First of all the people going nuts about Shedeur yesterday, he should play. Most of those people are not.
For 6 mysterious minutes, while others say he's producing a reality show called Bench Wars. The imagination's running wild because honestly, the real story's already too ridiculous to believe. And the irony, it's thick enough to choke on. Everything's working perfectly out there. Offense crisp, defense locked in, the team cruising toward a statement win. All Stefanski had to do was let Shedeur step in, take a few snaps, give the fans their moment. Instead, he turns a flawless game into a public act of stubbornness. He's not just ignoring the noise, he's fueling it. With every tick of the clock, he's losing the room, the fans, and maybe even the locker room. It's not strategy anymore. It's straight up self-sabotage.
7, do you think Shedeur is better than Gabriel, or does it not matter because our receivers can't catch and the scheme is bad? I think Shedeur is better than Dylan Gabriel. I think that he has more upside. I think he has more size. I think he has more arm ability. Dylan Gabriel, by no stretch of imagination, is garbage. I think he's going to play backup quarterback in this league for a long time. I think he is intelligent. I wouldn't go the supercomputer route.
But each minute feels eternal. Every second Shedeur doesn't play stretches out like slow motion in a bad dream. The tension is unbearable. Each empty play call, each substitution that isn't him, each sigh from the stands, it all builds toward one truth nobody can deny anymore. Stefanski hates fun, Stefanski hates excitement, and as fans now scream from the bleachers, Stefanski definitely hates Shedeur Sanders. The scoreboard's shining, the wind's locked in, but none of it matters. The story isn't about victory anymore. It's about the insanity that led up to it. The absurdity of a coach who can't celebrate his own success because he's too busy proving a point no one asked for. Fans are shaking their heads as they leave, muttering disbelief like, did that really just happen? Some laugh, some curse under their breath, and others just stare at their phones, scrolling through memes that already sum up the night better than any recap ever could. Analysts try to make sense of it on live TV, but even they can't find logic in the madness. It's too bizarre, too petty, too human. And as the final whistle echoes across the field, the scoreboard tells the truth. Cleveland wins big, but the victory feels hollow. The cheers are real, but the mood, pure confusion.
So it's official. Kevin Stefanski hates Shedeur Sanders. There's no way, no how, that he's going to actually ever put Shedeur Sanders in the game. If you can read the stats here, the Browns are up 31-6. No thanks to Dylan Gabriel. He only had maybe a little bit over 100 yards. No touchdowns.
The fans got the result they wanted, just not the story they came for. Shedeur Sanders never got his moment. 6 minutes on the clock, a crowd begging for magic, and he never even touched the turf. Stefanski didn't flinch once, not even when the whole stadium booed loud enough to shake the lights. And just like that, in the pages of NFL history, the man cements himself, not as a genius, not as a master strategist, but as the coach who made disdain an art form. Fans won't forget this one. They'll talk about it for weeks, joke about it for months, and remember it for years. Because sometimes the most unforgettable games aren't decided by touchdowns or stats. They're decided by pride, ego, and the wild emotions hiding under all that so-called professionalism. The whole thing turns into cultural chaos. Fans rage scroll through their feeds, comment sections explode, and the theories start flying faster than game highlights. Some swear Stefanski has a secret vendetta. Others say he's terrified of Shedeur outshining him. One wild take claims he's training Shedeur in mental endurance by making him watch his dreams in real time. Another insists Stefanski's convinced the kid's too powerful, that his arm strength alone might overthrow the entire coaching hierarchy. It's madness, and yet somehow it all feels believable. And maybe, just maybe, Stefanski woke up that morning, looked in the mirror, and said, "Today's the day I ruin every fan's mood for 6 straight minutes." Because how else do you explain this level of defiance? You can almost hear his inner dialogue echoing through the headset. Not today, not now, not ever, like a sitcom villain with a laminated playbook instead of a cape. Meanwhile,
if you were at that game yesterday and you weren't excited enough about that win, maybe stay off. Maybe the brain rot is real. Like, I refuse to believe that the Browns fans, who I know have suffered through so much crap here recently, and certainly since before the little stretch of wins we've had with Stefanski, I refuse to believe that anyone was sitting there going, man, it's fine.
Poor Shedeur sits there, calm but clearly stunned, his face somewhere between patience and, "You've got to be kidding me." He could step onto that field, toss 2 effortless touchdown passes, and it wouldn't even shake the scoreboard. But Stefanski's dug in deep. He's made up his mind, and that's that. The crowd can beg, the cameras can pan, the chants can shake the stands. It doesn't matter. The fans are done pretending to understand. Bewildered doesn't even cover it. They're furious. Hashtags are being invented mid-scream. Memes are going viral before the game even ends. Stefanski's now a full-blown internet villain, photoshopped into dark robes, clutching a football like it's forbidden magic, with captions reading, "The Dark Lord of Cleveland." Meanwhile, clips of Shedeur sighing in slow motion flood timelines, set to dramatic music like a heartbreak montage. The chaos is complete, and the legend of the 6-minute curse is born. There's no denying it anymore. It's written all over the field, blazing from the sidelines like a spotlight on dysfunction. Stefanski just cannot stand Shedeur Sanders. The tension's so thick you could slice it with a whistle. Every second he refuses to let Shedeur step in feels less like strategy and more like performance art. Some twisted exhibition in ego and control. It's wild, it's petty, and it's absolutely hilarious in the worst way. The fans see it, they feel it. 6 minutes, that's all it would have taken to let the kids shine, to let the crowd explode, to end the night with a highlight instead of heartbreak. But no, Stefanski doubles down with that cold nope, turning what could have been a celebration into a scene straight out of a sports soap opera. And just like that, the story writes itself. Coach versus quarterback, pride versus promise, and the city of Cleveland watching the most entertaining 6 minutes of stubbornness ever televised. Because this wasn't just football, it was theater dressed in shoulder pads. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share for more wild breakdowns like this. And trust me, you don't want to miss the next one.